So welcome back. So today we will be discussing another problem on the topic equilibrium conditions from the subject engineering mechanics. So the problem we will be dealing is as shown in this slide. We have a roller. So let's take a look into the question. A roller of weight W is equal to 1000 Newton rest on a smooth inclined plane. So you can see in the figure we have this roller which is actually resting on a smooth inclined plane. It is kept from rolling down by a string AC. So you can see we have a string AC which is attached to this roller so that it is held in position. Find the tension T in the string and the reaction at the point of contact B. So we have to calculate two things. One is we can see there is a contact at point B, so that whenever there is a contact there will be a reaction which is formed here. So we have to calculate the value of this reaction. In addition to that, we can see we have a string AC to which the roller is actually attached, so that there will be a tension which is formed inside this string. So we have to calculate the magnitude of that tensile force also. And two additional data given are like these angles as well as the weight of the cylinder or the roller in this case. So now let's try to analyze this. So first of all, we need to draw the free body diagram, as well as we need to find all the forces, reaction acting on this body, as well as the angle made by these forces and reactions. So if you see, this was the figure which was given in the question. So from this, I am focusing on the body. So you can see we have a string here, so that what will happen? There will be a tensile force generated inside the string. So let us assume that the tensile force generated in the string is T. Okay, so let us represent the tension by T, and also the reaction which is formed at B. So how will this reaction be acting? What will be the direction of the reaction? It will be always perpendicular to the tangent at this point of contact. So in this case, it will be perpendicular to this inclined plane. So as you can see in this figure, I have marked the reaction as well as the tension. Okay, the direction of the tension is like this, and the reaction will be acting like this. And now let us try to see how we got these angles. Okay, so you already know if you draw a vertical here and this reaction will be coming and meeting at this particular point. So the angle between this reaction and this vertical will be always same as the angle at the base. Okay, so in this case, if you are drawing a vertical here, the angle between this reaction and this vertical will be equal to 45, and this is a horizontal, so the angle between the horizontal and vertical is 90 degree. So if the remaining angle is 45, what will be this angle? 90 minus 45, which is again 45 degrees. Okay, so that is how they got this angle as 45 degree. Now let us focus here. In the question, they have provided this angle as 15 degrees. Suppose I am drawing a horizontal line at this particular point. I am drawing a horizontal line at point A, so that this horizontal line will be parallel to this horizontal line. And we already know this plane is going like this, and it is making an angle of 45 degrees here, so that these two parallel lines will be cut by this inclined plane. So now what will happen is, like, if I am drawing this horizontal at point A, the angle made by this inclined plane and this horizontal will be equal to what? The angle made by this inclined plane and the same horizontal, so that the total angle, so if you see here, this horizontal, the total angle between this horizontal and the inclined plane will be 45 degrees. But from this inclined plane up to this string, it is 15 degrees already given in the question. And we also know that the total angle is 45. Therefore, what will be the remaining angle? It will be 30 degrees. And if this angle is 30 degree, you can see this is a horizontal. This is another horizontal which is parallel to the initial horizontal. And this string is actually cutting these two horizontal lines, so that this angle will be equal to this angle. So that is how we are getting this 45 degree and 30 degree in this figure. So in addition to this tension and reaction, we will be also having the weight of the roller acting in the downward direction. And in the question, it is given that the weight of the roller is 1000 Newton. So I have marked that also. Now, once you mark all the reactions and the forces acting on the body, it is very simple. We have to just apply the equilibrium conditions. For that, we have to resolve the forces into horizontal and vertical direction. So let us first resolve the forces along x direction and take sigma fx is equal to 0, which is our first condition of equilibrium. So when you apply this condition, that is sigma fx is equal to 0, what will happen? You can see this reaction is acting like this at an angle of 45 degrees. So it will be having a horizontal component acting to the right, and the magnitude of that horizontal component will be r times cos 45. Since it is acting to the right, as per our sign convention, we are taking it as positive. Then we have the next force, that is tension, this T. It is acting at an angle of 30 degree with the horizontal. So that what will happen? It will form a horizontal component acting to the left, and the magnitude of the component will be T times cos 30. Since it is acting to the left, what will happen? The sign will be negative. So we have minus T cos 30. And if you consider the weight, it is actually a vertical force. So we need not consider that when you take the summation of forces acting in the x direction. Now we get a relation that r cos 45 minus t cos 30 is equal to 0. Let us mark it as equation number 1. Now what we can do? We can resolve the force in the y direction and apply our next condition of equilibrium. So we are going to resolve the forces in y direction, and we will apply sigma fy is equal to 0. Now what will happen? This reaction is having a vertical component which is acting in the upward direction. So that what will be the value? R times sine 45. Okay, with respect to this angle, r times sine 45. Then we have this tensile force acting like this. So it will be having a vertical component which will be acting in the upward direction. Therefore, we will have the magnitude as T times sine 30 degrees, but it will be also positive. So you can see here r sine 45 plus T sine 30. Why it is positive? Because this component is acting in the upward direction. And we have this weight which is acting in the vertical direction but in the downward direction. So that what will happen? It will have a minus sign. So you can see here we have minus 1000. There is no other force, so we can equate this to 0 as per sigma fy is equal to 0 condition. So we will get another equation. Let us mark it as equation number 2. Now, if you see equation number 1, you can see that this r cos 45 minus t cos 30 is equal to 0, or I can write it as r cos 45 is equal to t cos 30. I am taking this part to the RHS. So I am writing like that, r cos 45 is equal to t cos 30. Now what I will do? Now from this second equation, what I am going to do is, like you can see here, r cos 45 is equal to t cos 30. So you already know the value of cos 45 and sin 45 is same, right? So instead of cos 45, if I write sin 45 also, this doesn't make any difference. So what we will get is r sin 45 is equal to t cos 30. If r sin 45 is equal to t cos 30, why don't we substitute that here? We have a term called as r sin 45 here. So I am just substituting, instead of this r sin 45, I will put it as t cos 30. So what will I get? The remaining will be t cos 30 plus t sin 30 minus 1000 is equal to 0. So that is what is written here. T cos 30 plus t sin 30 minus 1000 is equal to 0. What is the advantage of writing like this? You can see that now in this equation we have only one unknown quantity, that is the t. Okay, so I will take this t outside, so it will become t into cos 30 plus sin 30 is equal to 1000. From this, what I can do, I can further simplify and get the value of t. Therefore, t will be equal to 1000 divided by this part, that is cos 30 plus sin 30, which will come around 732.05 newtons. Therefore, once you get the value of tension, that was the first part of the question, then we have to also calculate the value of reaction. How you will do that? Once you have the value of t, you can go to this relation. We know that r cos 45 is equal to t times cos 30. You already know the value of t. Then why don't we find the value of r from this? So we are doing that. Reaction r is equal to t cos 30 divided by cos 45. So t cos 30 divided by cos 45, and we know the value of t is 732.05. Substitute it here. Then the remaining is cos 30 divided by cos 45. If you simplify this, you can see the value of reaction is coming around 896.57 newtons. So this is how you will solve this problem. So basically what we have to do is, first of all, draw the free body diagram, apply the equilibrium conditions, then solve for the required variables. So I hope you understood this problem. Thank you.